Hello guys, welcome to Koi Academy. Guys, in this video, we'll be talking about two very famous sociologists, and we will analyze through an example as to how their approaches to sociological understanding are different. So the first one is Emile Durkheim and the second one is Max Weber. Emile Durkheim uh, is known as a positivist sociologist. Okay, now who are positivists? Well, positivist sociologists are those who actually rely on quantitative data and quantitative methods, which they consider are more reliable when studying social phenomena. Uh, for example, Durkheim studied suicide. Okay, now he did not study individual people who committed suicide. He says that no, that's not the true way to go about it. What he did is that he compared the suicide rates across various countries, and with the help of statistics, that is suicide rates in various countries, he came up with the reasons as to why people commit suicide. For example, he said that in those societies where people are more integrated in the social in the society, people are less likely to commit suicide. Similarly, if people are too much regulated in a society, for example, he gave the example of slaves. Like slaves were too much regulated, then they also committed suicides. So he gave four types of suicides based upon the quantitative numbers. And how about Max Weber? How would he describe this phenomena of suicide? Well, Max Weber is known as an interpretivist sociologist, interpretivist sociologist, and he would choose qualitative methods that are valid. So let's suppose Weber wouldn't study the suicide through statistical methods. Weber gave a very unique concept of ideal type. Okay, so this remember that ideal type is not like talking about something which is very good or bad. No, that's not what Weber was talking about. Weber said that whenever you are studying a social action, first you need to come up with an ideal type. For example, if you're studying someone who committed suicide, then you need to come up with the ideal type. That is, what are the key characteristics, or the basically typical characteristics of a person who commits a suicide. Are there psychological factors involved? What are the psychological factors involved? And what is the contribution of society? So once you have all those touchstones of as to what are the characteristics of a typical, with ideal type, you can basically you can say that Max Weber is talking about a typical something, like in our case a typical victim of suicide. Okay, so once Weber says that you have that typical or ideal type thing, you can then qualify, you can then compare that ideal type with the existing situation. Okay, now once you have the characteristics of victim who committed a suicide, then you can study individual cases. Okay, and then you can see how big basically it differed from the ideal type, and what were the reasons. Okay, excuse me. So yeah, you would basically first study the ideal type. So Weber said that any method is fine as long as it helps us to understanding people's motives and feelings. So yes, as you can see, Weber is more like he sees society at a micro level. He goes on to see the motives and feelings of the people to describe social phenomena. Whereas Emile Durkheim, he's about more like any method is fine as long as it involves systematic collection or of evidence. So Emile Durkheim looks at social phenomena at a macro level. Okay, his focus is on macro level, and Weber's focus is on micro level. So I hope this video clarified your concept as to what are the key basically characteristics of the sociological thought of Emile Durkheim and Max Weber, and how they differ from each other. You understood what is positivist approach and what is interpretivist approach, and I believe that's it. In next videos, we will discuss Emile Durkheim and Max Weber in detail, and also other sociologists. So do subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching.